sorry to use a communist phrase, re-education.
No, that's good, you know. You can see from this land, you can see much more what's going on around. Yeah. You know, sometimes people at the spot don't understand what's going on.
I mean, when there are interfaith dialogues, are important because a picture counts more than 1,000 words, right? Yeah. So it's good that people of various religious affiliations, when they see their respective church leaders to be together, is a good sign. But this is not enough. What is important is how to work very hard and to educate our people, right? To get them know what the other believes, what is the religion of the other person, so that what are the customs of the other person, so that like this to fight prejudice. Because believe me, from our own experience here, we're working very hard here in this direction, is that there is ignorance. And what makes, I mean, one of the sources of prejudice and hatred and bigotry is because of ignorance. I mean, if I don't know what you believe, right? If I don't know what is your customs and culture, how can I respect you? If I grow up if I grow up and I am always suspicious of you and I live with all sorts of negative information, then bigotry continues. And you cannot speak about peace and enforcing or keeping peace by force and with weapons. It's not peace. Right? And I think here is, we as churches in the Patriarchate, we participate in various inter-religious councils here, but to be honest, we are aware of it and we are working very hard. And the best way to translate all these wishes, I mean, peace, coexistence, reconciliation, is in and through education, school. For instance, in our schools, in the schools of the Patriarchate, the vast majority of our students are not Christians, are not members of our church, are Muslims.
Muslims?
Yes, but what is good? For instance, when you go to Jordan or here in the Palestinian Authority, you meet ministers, you meet people that they are in charge of the government mechanism, right? The social government fabric. And because they are graduates of Christian schools, right, they are very free.
Yeah.
Believe me. And this is now with the problem between the Jewish people and the Palestinians is precisely this. Because it is the political polarization is what brings about religious polarization. And this is the real problem. Now, how do you fight polarization? When you close yourself to your own boundaries, right? Then the other does the same, then the tension is there. And it grows. So the only way, believe me, of course the mass media, they can do their job, but the real way, practically speaking, it is in and through education and in and through educational institutions. When people of different religious affiliations from the early age grow up together, there is no more hatred. There is respect. In the past, people were living like this, Muslims, Jews, Christians, right? Today, unfortunately, because of the political, as I've said, polarization, then you have religious polarization. And it's very dangerous. Because especially in the area of Kiev, yes, and thanks to the Patriarch of Jerusalem, that personally were involved, and they managed to keep off the so-called unionism at the time, right? There were no bishops, and it was in Ukraine that our Patriarch predecessor, Theophanis and Paisius, they ordained I don't know how many bishops. And then he was to dress as a woman, as an old woman, to escape from the threat that received from the, you know, at the time, from Poland, Polish, Sigmund was the king there. Anyway, so this is for your office. It's in Greek. This man, he was the head of the famous theological school here of the Holy Cross. You know the monastery?
Yes, yes.
It served as a theological school, right? And then he became Archbishop of Athens, and he also was professor of Athens. And he is considered to be a leading authority in church history. It's a book of reference. This is I give it to you. First, we are in another. God bless you.